Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers and subscribers, at the channel we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because it saves lives. That is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives on this channel. We at this channel aid criminals, their financiers, their supporters, enablers, and the likes with a passion, and we do not want them over here. Yes, let us repeat ourselves. We do not want any criminal supporters over here. Please, we do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes, or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you, the criminal supporters, enablers, financiers, and all the likes, to go to prison or madness. Let me repeat myself. We at the Jamaica Young Police channel, we do not want the criminal supporters and their circle over here. We want you to go to prison or madden. Moving on to our video. Yeah, so, we at the Jamaica Young Police channel, we cannot be bought. Nobody can pay us to do any video, to spread any propaganda for them. No one. It doesn't matter who's the guy, who's the girl, or what political party they are aligned with. And nobody cannot buy we, because we are not for sale. We weren't for sale then, and we weren't for sale now. And what is happening in Gregory Park? It's not just over the weekend, it's been going on for a long time, and it's political. It's a political war that has been going on, led by one man. And this man, he's not from Gregory Park. Charge Badness is not from Gregory Park. He came there as a youth, but they are from jungle. Yes, he and his siblings are from jungle. You know that he had a brother by the name, who goes by the name of Tommy Lee. Yes. And his brother had pulled a gun at a police officer at a dance. In jungle. Yes, can you believe? And the policeman is from jungle too, You understand? And the policeman make sure that they did all the necessary and they took him out. So he's from a family of criminals. The three of them, his mother. Yes, they are terrorists. Is a terroristic family. And you know that Arnett Gardens, Johnson, that's the belly of the beast. That's where the birth of criminality was born in Jamaica. And it's men like him why I joined the police force. And men like him, I hate them with a passion. Yes. I hate them with a passion. And I don't care what nobody want to say, but I can say that during my entire time in the Jamaica Constabulary Force, I've never taken a brown envelope to the gun coat. Period. Men like this man, I hate with a passion. And when I say I hate with a passion, I hate with a passion. The same way like how I hated squash. I don't care what political party someone belongs to, or they want to represent or working for. I believe that the Jamaican people, I don't care what your political party or what your ideology, you supposed to live free from interference, free from corrosion and parasite harassing you. And what's been going on in Gregory Park is a political war. So whether or not you want to believe everything that's going on in Gregory Park, St. Catherine is doing, and a dream of one man, yes, Mr. Barnes, yes, Mr. Barnes, affectionately known as Charge Badness. So you hear his name. He wants to even make you know that he's a criminal, Charge Badness. And one of the worst part about with this man, he has the support of police officers from 100-man police station in Greater Portmore. Yes. When he visits Jamaica, he has police officers surrounded him. And something needs to be done by the government to make sure these police officers who bodyguard him, that they lose their keep and care firearm. If they have license firearm, they lose it too. Because men like him not supposed to get any form of protection from the government. None. I do believe that criminals must live in fear of losing their lives and not the law-abiding citizens. The same way that he has been using his gun to terrorize all these people at Gregory Park. And the people at Gregory Park has been complaining that 98% of the people that are killed in Gregory Park are labor rights. Yes, and they have stated that a policeman, and he knows his name, because he listened to the channel. A policeman held devils, yes, with a 9mm pistol, and Samapal gave him money, and he handed back the gunman the illegal gun and took the money and left. And the police officers there are in the pocket of these people. And I believe, the reason why I believe, because I was a detective. And look, when I was a detective and there were these gang wars in the various inner city where I used to. So, the various inner city where I used to station, at Unsby, the people in this community when there were gang wars, they never accuses me, Bobby, or other detectives of taking sides or in the pocket of any criminals. So when these residents are complaining that calling certain police officers' name, I do believe. And the reason why I do believe, the people say that the PMP LGBTQ plus gunmen are allowed to operate freely in these communities. You understand? And, to terrorize the residents. So, this man charged of badness, who's all about terrorizing the residents whom he believes are not PMP LGBTQ plus supporters and are supporters of the JLP LGBTQ plus party, that they must leave Gregory Park and say it's PMP land. Yes, he's saying it's PMP land. And these people must leave. I remember back in the day, in the 80s, that we used to live by, and we still have ties to Waterford, and we're not afraid of any guy, you understand? And we can tell a guy that we are not like Lesmore Williams' son. Yes, you understand? Who has been trained as a police officer and thing like that, and people kill him. The same PMP LGBTQ plus party kill him, and he just take it like that. As to me, based on my training and everything that I have received, if I want to be to unleash any kind of violence towards people who have hurt any of my family, I can do that and without being detected, because of all of the training that I have received, and I would use it. You understand? Because based on the system in Jamaica, you cannot rely on the court to dispense justice, because these criminals are protected. So the worst part about it, is that this charge of badness is not from Gregory Park, St. Catherine. He's from Arnett Gardens, Kingston 12, which is the belly of the beast and the foundation for terroristic acts against Jamaicans who do not support their political party ideology of using terrorism to get what they want. It's men like Charge Badness. That's I became a police officer in Jamaica, and I hate men like him with every fiber in my body. And I will do whatever I can to protect the innocent people of Gregory Park against this man. And I can promise you that. Yes, so we know that the police have held ears, yes, and Samo Neville and 4 wanted men in the upstairs house of Summer Paul, ex-wife. We at the Jamaica Young Police Channel believe that every word that the people have said about the police officers at the 100-man police station are complicit or in allowing what happened over the weekend, and we haven't seen any action from the police hierarchy. We know that O'Shane Williams has left Jamaica courtesy of the wife of Charge of Badness, Lisa, and the police officer the police officers who are providing protection for Charge of Badness' wife, Lisa. The police hierarchy need to rein them in, disarm them, and let them, they want to be criminal, let them be criminals. Because once you're protecting somebody who's involved in the destruction of people's life and property, they are criminal. They are not doing anything productive for the society. So these people are committing their crimes and using the United States of America as a refuge and sanctuary for these parasites who are importing their way of life into America. We do not want them here with us, and we as law-abiding citizens living in America must help our local police officers and the FBI to get these people out of America and send them back to the criminal's paradise, Jamaica. Stephine is the mother of Charge Badness, and she live in jungle. Yes, we won't make her address public now. But Charge Badness, when you are planning to kill other people, remember, you know, when you are planning to destroy other people's life, remember that you have family too, you know. So not because you take up all of these people that came in America illegally. We are going to make sure that we want the people in Gregory Park, yes, to supply us with the name, photograph of the baby mothers them and the children, so that we can make the United States federal government, yes, Homeland Security, find them and kick them out of the country and send them back where they are from. Because don't think that you're going to use America as any refuge for you and your criminals who are unleashing terrorism on these people. We as Jamaican living in America are proud informer, and we don't want people like you around us. People who are causing misery and hurt to other people. And to those fool, yes, and you know, to those of you fool people, fools who are reminding me that the victims of the fire are labor rights. Let me remind you people this, yes, let me remind you people this, that these people are Jamaicans who deserve to live in peace and tranquility and to enjoy life to the fullest. Yes, so these people are supposed to enjoy life to the fullest and in peace and tranquility, without any interference from any parasites. Why can't you people who are PMP LGBTQ plus supporters and activists see yourself in these people? Why? Why can't you see these people as Jamaicans? If you do not see yourself in another person, you're not a human being. You're an empty vessel. You're an empty shell. All of you are black people. Every one of you. Charge Badness, who is just his last name alone in the criminal underworld is telling you what he's all about. You understand? Charge Badness, yes. You know, and all the other fools who are terrorizing the people that feel like, oh, you're a bad man and this and that. And when your time come to meet the maker, you shit up yourself because you don't want to die. But we believe in preemptive strike because it saves life. All of you are black people. Every one of you. Do you see the Indians, Chinese, Jews, and whites killing each other in Jamaica? No, it's black people who are killing black people. Did you know that 21 families own Jamaica and not one of them is black? It goes back to the days of slavery and post-independence. Do you know what Jamaicans have in Jamaica? Terrorist organizations and gangs that have destroyed lives of others. So we at the Jamaica Young Police Channel, we are going to take you right back to the history to let you know what's going on with these people. That these people are terrorists, you know. They are not gunmen and them things. They are terrorists, what they have done. So we want you to listen now to the JLP LGBTQ plus Member of Parliament, Orlando Terrelang. Yes. Yeah, you know, our Rear Admiral Terrelang. You watch, you listen, you decide. And when it's through, we will return and continue the conversation.
Nightmare residents of Gregory Park, St. Catherine endured on Saturday after 11 homes were firebombed by hoodlums continues to be a major source of national concern. Over 40 people were left homeless and the community, including its children, traumatized. This evening we address the way forward as the residents look to pick up the pieces in a highly volatile environment. We welcome in studio Member of Parliament for East Central St. Catherine, Minister Orlando Terrelang. Minister, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Good evening to you, our staff here at CVM, and of course to our listeners out there in TV land.
So this matter of what happened in Gregory Park this weekend is still, you know, people are still talking about it, still in shock. How are the residents doing? How are they coping? What has happened since the incident?
So first of all, let me address your opening intro when you indicated that the country is still talking about it. And the country should continue to speak about it, because what happened in Gregory Park is an act of blatant terrorism, and it merits a national discourse. It also merits how we look in terms of how we prepare the way forward. Because what has happened certainly in Gregory Park space is that these terrorists have become so emboldened that they now, 2 weeks ago, they burnt 4 houses to the ground, leaving some 15 residents, including children, homeless. And now they've gone ahead and launched this more vicious attack. 11 homes burnt to the ground, leaving almost 50 persons homeless, including close to 30 children. This is an act of terror, and the whole nation must speak about it as we chart the way forward for a modern democratic Jamaica, where individuals, irrespective of their views, whatever those views are, with social views, religious views, whatever the views are, that we can all live together in peace and harmony. So certainly the residents, they have been extremely traumatized, in particular children as well.
So you mentioned that this is an act of terror, and you toured the community yesterday with the Prime Minister, yes. And he said that pretty clearly. Mm-hmm. Does this mean then that there is a different kind of response with this declaration, or is it just for observation? What does that then elicit?
So we have been in discussions with the police high command, as you would have seen from the news reports, including your team that was there. The Commissioner of Police was on the ground. He's been briefed extensively in the matter. The Colonel for the Jamaica Defence Force was also on ground. They have been briefed extensively as well. So what I have been calling for is for a zone of special operation to be created within the Gregory Park space. I've also called for a permanent post that would give you eyes on 3 communities that we usually have the sort of sparks and violence. So you have the community known as Gulf, you have Mexico, and you have Bangor. You need to have a permanent post that would give you visuals on these communities at all material times. You also need the use of drones within the space, and the drones will help the police officers simply because you're dealing with communities with thick vegetation. You're also dealing with communities with a labyrinth of literally, it's a labyrinth of dirt tracks and zinc and wooden structures, which make the areas very difficult to police. So it has to be a new strategy going forward to ensure long-term peace and security for the residents. We're also looking at in terms of housing developments. So certainly, in fact, 2 weeks ago when the incident happened over Mexico, when 4 houses were burned down there, I again wrote to the Cabinet Secretary, I wrote to the Director of the Social Housing Program, the HOPE program, and I also wrote to Martin Miller of the NHT to say, listen, we need to continue the discussions that were started between 2018 and 2019 to see what else can be done to ensure the safety of residents by ensuring we have even a low-income housing structure. The difficulty is that the violence is ongoing, and agencies, they're also afraid
of going in.
And which is why we say to residents all the time, and don't get me wrong, they're peaceful, law-abiding residents living in the Gulf space, living in Mexico, living across the Gregory Park space. However, we cannot allow for one person or a group of 10 persons to drive fear and terror into the hearts of residents so that they feel so afraid that they won't push them out. And we're saying enough is enough. Our forefathers fought and died so that we could be free. No Jamaican should be living under the tyranny or the enslavement of any Don or any group of terrorists.
What is at the heart of it? Because you mentioned 4 homes 2 weeks ago. 11 this time. Yes. Do you have any idea on the ground what sits at the heart of the
What sits at the heart of this is literally individuals who are carrying out their physical acts of terror and their psychological warfare because persons within the communities do not align with their views, whatever those views are, their perspectives, and for them it's all about one done, one order, one charge, and if you're not saying what we're saying, then you should be dismantled, you should be displaced from the community. And that's what's taking place, and which is why these are hate crimes, and it calls for a different kind of policing. On Saturday, Nadine, I spent almost 2 hours at the Spanish Town Hospital waiting for the surgeons to finish what they were doing, with the in the short term with our elderly, the matriarch of that communal dwelling space, and she's almost 70 years old. And when I tell you, I must say thanks to the surgeons, the doctors, the team of nurses, the administrators at the particular hospital where she is. The skin has been burnt from her face,
right, because people were hurt.
They were locked in the homes and threatened that they would be shot.
They were locked in the homes and threatened.
Yes.
And then the place set on fire?
Set ablaze.
Oh my God.
And this act of terror is so extreme that women were also involved. Now imagine
meaning
women,
they were perpetrators as well?
Yeah, they were terrorists as well, throwing the gasoline and indicating which units should be burnt down and which units should...
With people inside?
With people inside, including children, screaming in terror and horror. Now, how do we treat with that? It cannot be just business as usual. We have to send a message to these terrorists that the reign of terror across Jamaica must come to an end and they will have no safe haven in Jamaica. And I want the police officers and the soldiers to make life so uncomfortable for them within that space.
That is so amazing. That sounds horrific. Just hearing you describe people being locked in spaces, gasoline being applied to houses being burned with people in them with the intention of setting the place alive with children and older people. That is horrific.
And one man also shot and killed, leaving his 6-year-old daughter. I spoke to his mother yesterday again. It is really, really painful what's happening in that Gregory Park space. But I will say though that with our Prime Minister coming over yesterday and for the tour, and with the police commissioner, from the team from the JDF as well, there is a ray of hope. And it is always good to give residents hope, and it wasn't just about a tour, it was a very practical tour to see what can be done on the ground. So the Ministry of Labour and Social Services, they're already on the ground. The Child Protection Family Services agencies, they're already on the ground, and they're providing counselling and the sort of psychosocial intervention that is required right now. Of course, we had the Director Cargill and other members of his team in charge of the Hope Social Housing Program. They were also on the ground just looking at the structural space. We're going back there this week again to complete some of the documentation that is required for that visit to ensure that all structures are rebuilt, and we will be rebuilding even more than the 11 structures because other structures were damaged whilst not totally destroyed in this space. And the government has given that commitment because we're a government that cares.
And your request for a zone of special operation or state of emergency within the area, do you think the police, the security forces will acquiesce? Do you think that you are likely to see that happen? Well,
so again, the Commissioner of Police has indicated that all consideration the things that I have suggested, that they will be taken into consideration, and I'm hopeful that after fully reviewing the situation that it will take place. And you see, this is something that goes back to 2017, 2018. I recall when we had persons, for example, Leonard Finley and Owen Gordon, otherwise known as Glenn, when they were on the ground in that space, this particular committee called Gulf, an informal settlement. And they were collecting data, working with team members from the NHT and also the Social Development Commission, trying to find out who are the...
Yeah, so, we see we at the Jamaica Young Police Channel, we are not like Alanda Terrelang, who's going to be, politically correct and, try to, when they say they go low, he goes high. Yeah, you see, we at the Jamaica Young Police Channel, you see when them go lower, yeah man, we even. When I go lower, we even. So we not gonna do it. We are not going to say it like Alanda Terrelang, one person. Yeah man, that person is charge badness, and the other one is Raymond Price. It's two per people. Yeah, we know say Sama Paul and all them people and the other little minions, them and acolytes are behind them. So as you heard, the member of parliament say, this is the man who's responsible for the lives for hundreds of people losing them life in a Gregory Park, And yeah, it's time now. Enough is enough. So Jamaican people who live in a Gregory Park, whether you are PMP or Labour, right, we don't care about that. You're free to choose the political party where you like or where you want to vote for. The thing is that now you have to see yourself in another human being. If you don't see yourself as a black person, what happened over the weekend, and see yourself in those people, that means that you're not a Jamaican, you're not a human being. We don't want nothing to do with you. So now come tell about, say, boy, them are labor right. We don't care about that. They are Jamaicans and people free if choose which party them want. So as the year, Alando Terrelang says, it's coming from one man. This is my question, because I am not a police in Jamaica anymore now. I left the police force many moons ago. You understand? Yes, I left it many moons, and it's still close to my heart because it's men like Charge Badness why I be joining the police force. And it's men like Charge Badness when I was a police officer, I've never took a brown envelope to the gun court. Because I don't believe in that. Yeah, men like Charge Badness supposed to live in fear of losing his life and not the law-abiding citizen. And anytime you suppose men like him when he was in Jamaica, the police, because the police them licky bad. Men like Charge Badness, you know, police supposed to be, him shouldn't even reach a point where him reach all a foreign from the first two people where he killed. You understand? When him kill back to cousin, you understand? From right there and then and there, the police them supposed to be zeroing on him. You understand? And just wait on the appropriate time and use preemptive strike and get rid of him. Now this man migrate and live in America. We don't know who help him for him to get visa. What we say is, them says the PMP LGBTQ plus party. Them use them official government and get visa, get this criminal. You understand? We don't care about him convicted. Yes. Make charges so look, we want Charge Badness so because we want to reveal because you see in America, the difference with America and Jamaica now, them not a corrupt judge in America we are gonna look out for black people, you know. You understand? So all of them things you know, so you get for go into in his finances, in bank account and him asset them where him have and how him come by it. Cause this man never work in his life. The only work where him work is criminality. You understand? It's a political war that's going on and it need to stop. So all of you who are call me and about say boy them a labor, look here. I care zero about them political affiliate. The only thing I care about them they are Jamaicans and them have life and them are black people. And if them are even the Chinese, everybody's supposed to live in earth and live free from anyone abridging them human rights. These people's rights were abridged and violated by Charge Badness. So my question is this now to the police hierarchy. What happened to the recording on a record Charge Badness and the Rear Admiral Raymond Price? What happened to it? And then you can use it and extradite back Charge Badness to Jamaica to conspiracy. Why you do not use it? Why you now wait for America and them thing for deal with them? You can't deal with them to based on the recording, you know, that you get from Homeland Security. You understand? Because them know what these people are doing, you know. Raymond Price and Charge Badness, the conversation that them have after the burning down at Mexico, and it was business as usual, and them have the support of the police at 100 man. Jason McKay went and told the people them say, boy, they must leave Charge. But all police are going to deliver a message to criminal. The police them supposed to there and them supposed to set up. The police them supposed to set up a team. So that's when the boy them come inside there with them AK and them M16 rifle. All of them got the departure lounge. Oh, the police. Police them I take order some Charge Badness. That's the police. I go say, boy, I go tell the people them say, oh, Charge Badness only for move, you know, if you move them are burning out. That means that basically police is complicit then. Because our police deliver criminal message to law-abiding citizen. That no work, man. So we want you people to know, you know, that we at the Jamaica Young Police Channel, we stand with the people them who get burned out. We do not support terrorism, criminality at no farm. Whether them are labor right or them are PMP. Everybody must free to do what they want to do. But once you are not breaking the law, you understand? and we do believe in preemptive strike. What is happening is a political war that's going on. That's it. And as a year, the member of parliament say it's one person, and that person is charged of badness, and the other person is Raymond Price, because Raymond Price want the seat. So we know that the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization has outsmarted the JLP party. Yes, because when them get Indicom, it was at the time it was Bruce Golding who was the prime minister. So them outsmart him by enacting and getting the Indicom law, because that is their dream, you know. You see what is happening right now in Jamaica? That I dream my PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization, you know. You will never hear them condemn terroristic act, you know. No, man, them not do that. All them for do it. It's a part of their DNA. You understand? That's how them operate, is their modus operandi, because these people are terrorists. You understand? That's how them operate. And know that the same law has caused the exodus of good police officers. And them use it on this, yeah man, criminal-minded supporter and benefactor Owen Ellington dismantled the CIB, the detectives, and made them impotent, thus giving the criminal free rein to drive fear into the hearts of the Jamaican people. What the government must do, everything that they have dismantled, special branch, CIB headquarters and flying squad, reinstate them, special operation, give back the detective them give the detective them to fight crime. The uniform police, they are on the take with the criminals. The uniform police officers are on the take with the criminals. The people are saying it. And some police officers are working with the criminals in Gregory Park and other police spaces. It's time to do something about it. Get rid of the Indicom Act. Let police officers bring back Jamaica laws them to the 1980s, where police have the right to write statement that is voluntary. Why? What? If you notice, you know, you saw the PMP LGBTQ plus party outsmart the labor at them. They make certain says the police, them the police criminals. That's not their DNA. Them police, because the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization do not like law enforcement officers, only the ones who are corrupt, like Corporal Rowan James and the woman on him, Arlene McBean, and all of them who's there at the Police Federation, who's willing to turn a blind eye when their people commit crimes. We are for the rule of law, and we support the law enforcement officers in Jamaica. We support the government, the present government, what they're doing, because the government is contemplating using preemptive strike, as we at the Jamaica Young Police Channel has been advocating for a long time. We not believe in a guy where kill nobody. We don't believe in a no guy where kill people about saying for going to court. We not in a that. For you kill people at departure along the figure, that we say, and that we mean. We not care when a guy want to say. Preemptive strike, save life. Have yourself a beautiful day. Hey, look here, I'm vexed, you know, because me not care. I don't know none of people, them, you know. But when we say, hey, but when I look on the fire and all them things there, man, I mean, I picture all myself. And time we used to live in a big tenement yard. Imagine if all the man them from Rima did come up and all do all them things there. And time I a youth, them things them make me vex. Burn down the whole of 30 Pencil Street. And we couldn't, and remember, you know, it's not like you have no back door which we live in, one way in, one way out, in, out of the house, you know. You understand? You know, no back door, you know, because a tenement yard, you know. You understand? Jamaica Young Police Channel, out.